the clock. Requirements of the Sunshine Law have been met. This meeting was sent to be advertised in the Burlington County Times. Electronic notice was given to the NJAC 5:39-1.5. We will now start with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We will now have a moment of silence. Roll call.
Committeewoman Dr. Caldwell.
Present.
Committeewoman Ms. Maddox Cantine.
Here.
Committeeman Mr. Carr.
Here.
Committeewoman Ms. Mungo. Not here. Mayor Henley.
Here.
Also present, the Township Solicitor will be here momentarily, the Township Clerk, Township Administrator, the Township Deputy Administrator, the Police Chief, the Fire EMS Chief, Public Works Representative Ray. You have a quorum.
Thank you, Kim. We will recognize the winners of the West Hampton Township Middle School Black History Month essay contest, being completed by Dr. Caldwell.
Thank you, Mayor Henley. So tonight is one of our favorite moments of the year, a time when we get to celebrate both student achievement and Black History Month. This month, West Hampton Township and West Hampton Middle School co-hosted the annual Black History Month essay contest, built around this powerful prompt. If you could interview one Black historical figure, who would it be? Which 3 questions would you ask? And why do they matter today? Our students rose to the challenge with thoughtfulness, creativity, and heart. This evening, we are honored to have 4 of our West Hampton Middle School students here to share their essays with all of us. So students, when you hear your name, please come forward to the podium and proudly read your work. I want to talk to you first about the first award, the Committee Choice Award. This award was earned for several reasons. It opens with a striking quote about intellect, and this student did a wonderful job highlighting the significance of science, inventions, and courage. So please join me in welcoming Josiah Capers as he comes forward to read his essay.
The color of the skin is nowhere connected with the strength of the mind of intellectual powers. Quote by Benjamin Banneker. Benjamin Banneker lived in the 18th through early 19th century. He invented the first 1 o'clock. He was a mathematician, astronomer, and an almanac author. If I could interview one Black historical figure, it would be Benjamin Banneker. There are many questions I would like to ask Benjamin Banneker if I give him the opportunity. I would ask what challenges he faced as a Black scientist. I would also like to know how he overcame the challenges. I would ask Benjamin Banneker what changes he would make in the world today. I would ask to see if he still thinks the world is spiteful like it used to be. I would ask, how did you feel when he wrote a letter to the president? I would like to know if he was nervous about standing up to Thomas Jefferson as a Black man in slavery time for Black people's rights. These are the questions I would ask Benjamin Banneker if I give him the opportunity to. There are many reasons the first Black scientist, Benjamin Banneker, matters. He was the inventor of the first 1 o'clock. It was important because if he never invented the clock, people would not have the accurate time. Benjamin Banneker wrote an important letter to Thomas Jefferson about setting slaves free. Even though Thomas did not set them free, it was key for a Black man to finally stand up for themselves and make a point. He made the first scientific book by a Black author. It shows that Black people in hard times can still stand together and conquer. This shows why Benjamin Banneker matters in Black history. This is why if I could interview one Black historical figure, it would be Benjamin Banneker. Benjamin Banneker was the first Black scientist. He stood up for people's rights. Benjamin Banneker also disagreed with Thomas Jefferson for his people. He will always be known in Black culture as the first Black scientist and the first Black American that stood up to a major leader that was a white man. He will also be an inspiration to scientists of color.
Great job, Josiah Capers. Thank you so much for reading that for us. Our next essay earned third place because this student thought outside the box and chose to interview someone lesser known but deeply deserving of recognition. This essay is personal, reflective, and full of heart. I can see this student have a future in journalism. Let's give a warm welcome to Arden Shock as she comes forward to share her essay.
I just couldn't move. History had me glued to the seat is a quote from Claudette Colvin, an activist that voiced her opinions on civil rights. Her name may not be well known, but her actions are. Everyone knows Rosa Parks and her famous move on a bus in Alabama. However, she was not the first person to do this, just the first person to be acknowledged for it. The original person who performed this influential move was Claudette Colvin. Colvin was born on September 5, 1939, and died January 13, 2026. Most of her life was spent advocating for the rights of black people. At age 15, Colvin challenged bus segregation by refusing to give up her seat for a white woman. Even though she was arrested, people, including Rosa Parks, still heard about her case and were inspired to do the same. While Colvin unfortunately did not become the figure who represented the fight against bus segregation, her actions were not limited to just the bus. She participated in many other fights as well and deserves more credit than she was ever given. Colvin's actions bring up many questions for me. For example, a question I would have liked to ask her would be, what gave you the courage to stand up for what you believe in? Everyone seems to have a turning point in their lives, and I feel as if Colvin's would be an interesting one to hear since she did so many things that required huge amounts of bravery. This means her spark of confidence must have come from an inspiring source that I wish I could have heard more about. Another question I feel would be interesting to have been able to ask is, what would you say to someone who knows nothing about the racist problems of our world? Colvin has an obvious passion for civil rights, and to hear her perspective of the world and its problems with racism could give us insight on what we might currently need to fix. The last question I wish I had the opportunity to have asked is, which of your accomplishments do you take the most pride in and why? I would be looking for an answer to this because it would give an interesting outlook on Colvin's personal opinions of herself and the activist she became. In conclusion, Claudette Colvin was a very influential activist. She voiced her opinions about bus segregation until there was nothing left to fight against. Her actions became one of the reasons why bus segregation in Montgomery, Alabama is considered unconstitutional, and why she is now such an important person in our history. While she may not be as widely known as Rosa Parks, her actions were just as important and deserve so much more credit than they were given. Her story has inspired and shown people that with effort and determination, you can do things that change the world.
Thank you, Arden Shock. Great job reading your essay. Our second place essay stood out because this student explores imposter syndrome and the importance of holding high standards. Her writing shows cadence, personality, and originality from start to finish. Please help me welcome Zoe Canteen as she comes forward to read her essay.
Michelle Obama was the first African-American First Lady, and her husband Barack Obama was the first African-American President of the United States of America. Together, they created programs like Let's Move to battle childhood obesity and a program called Reach Higher to convince more teens to attend college. If I were really given the opportunity to interview her, first of all, my mom would probably go bananas herself. I have lots of things I would like to ask her. I would want to know some of the challenges she faced as the First Lady and dedication it took to do all those things, especially in a world where racism is common. Everywhere you go, there's always going to be a name-calling or some sort of bullying in the environment around you. For Michelle Obama, there had to have been some times where people called her names, said mean things to her while she was out, or even saying mean things on social media. I like to ask her, how did you overcome racial prejudice over the years while you were in the White House? I might ask this because overcoming racial prejudice is not easy, and you must stay strong and confident in order to be successful. This had to be difficult for her over the years in the White House, especially since this is the world we live in. In 2015, Michelle and Barack launched Let's Girls Learn, a program to help adolescent girls get better quality of education. One thing I know about this program is it was very successful. Another question I might ask her is, how did you feel when you knew your program was going to be successful? I would enforce this question because adolescent girls are now getting better education all over the world due to her program. There's always a time where someone feels sad or not worthy enough for something or another. There are probably a time in the White House where Michelle felt down, discouraged, or unworthy. I might ask her, was there ever a time where you felt down, discouraged, or unworthy? I might ask her, This is relevant because everyone feels sad or not good enough from time to time. Mistakes are okay to be made, but as the First Lady, Michelle probably thought that she had to maintain a certain character, be uptight, exquisite, and without fault. As she said in the late night show with Stephen Colbert, the moral compass of the country did not allow her to make mistakes, and she felt like she couldn't slip up. Challenges, especially in the White House, must be hard. I would love the opportunity to interview her because I'm really interested to actually see what happened. Behind the scenes of the White House for the first African American family. The thought of being given this opportunity to actually interview someone like her excites me. The question that allowed me to get to know her better. How did you overcome racial prejudice with the first American First Lady? How did you feel when you found out your program, Let Girls Learn, became successful? It impacted the lives of 98 million girls worldwide. And was there ever a time where you felt down on yourself, and how did you overcome this feeling? Michelle Obama plays an important role in society, especially being the first African American First Lady. Her contributions have been and are great. She continues to help all kinds, and she has found ways to help young girls feel great and grow beautifully.
Thank you, Zoe Canteen. Wonderful job sharing your essay with us. And finally, when I read this last essay, it was clear that this student put tremendous thought into choosing their historical figure, someone whose legacy continues to inspire us all. The essay opens with a powerful quote about accountability and change. The final interview question in particular shines a light on strength, work ethic, and how we treat one another. Without further ado, let's welcome Bryson Abani as he comes forward to read our first place essay.
Hi, my name is Bryson Abani, and today I'll be reading my essay about why Barack Obama matters. Change will not come if we wait for some other person or some other time. We are the ones we've been waiting for. This quote by Barack Obama really inspires me because it shows that we can't just wait around for things to get better. Barack Obama was born on August 4th, also my birthday, 1961, and lived in many different places, like New York, Chicago, Jakarta, Honolulu, Sheridan, Colorado, and even the White House when he was president. His family includes his wife, Michelle Obama, and his daughters, Malia and Sasha. Barack Obama made history by becoming the first black president passing the Affordable Care Act to help people get health care and use social media to connect with regular citizens. I want to learn more about what inspired him and what challenges he faced as president. A question I've always wondered was, what inspired Barack Obama to become president? I think he was inspired because he wanted to fix inequality in America and help people who didn't have much of a voice. He worked as a community organizer in Chicago, helping poor neighborhoods, and that experience probably showed him how much change was needed in the country. The Civil Rights Movement and Nelson Mandela influenced him a lot too. His mother taught him how to care about civil rights and believed he had a special purpose to make a difference. Another question I always wondered was, what was the hardest part of his job? One of the hardest parts of Barack Obama's time in office was dealing with the 2008 financial crisis, when lots of people lost their jobs and homes. He also handled intense arguments with people who disagreed with him politically and faced the emotional pain of tragic events like the Sandy Hook elementary school shooting. The last question I would ask Barack Obama is, what advice would he give to kids like myself? I think Barack Obama's advice would focus on being curious about the world and staying strong when things get tough and treating others with kindness. He would probably tell us to work hard and be responsible while finding balance between our goals and being happy. Barack Obama matters a lot in today's world because he shows that anyone can achieve their dreams, no matter what they look like or where they come from. He proved that change is possible when people work together and believe in themselves. Obama also reminds us that it's important to treat everyone with respect and fight for equality. His quote about change will not come if we wait for some other time is still relevant today because we can't just sit around hoping things get better. We actually have to do something about it. Barack Obama will always be remembered as someone who inspired millions of people like me to believe in hope and work towards a better future.
Thank you, Bryson Obani. I wanted everyone else to hear you read it because that is not how I read it in my head. So thank you very much. You did a very good job. Can we just really quick have Bryson Obani, Zoe Canteen, Arden Shock, and Josiah Capers just come up for a second to take a little photo. Bring your principal, your superintendent, and your teacher. And we have something for you as well.
Yeah. Hey, Kim, I'm gonna give them a minute to be able to go outside and take pictures. Because it doesn't get any better for the kids from here. This is the highlight. So yeah, we'll take a moment if everyone wants to go out and take pictures or whatever it is you want to do. Trust me, we got an insurance presentation. No offense to you, Joe, but I'm sure the kids don't want to hear it. Why do we have to stay around for the insurance guy?
We adjourned.
Better days.
Yeah.
the kids will go ahead, they'll be fine with missing the rest of the meeting. So, safety on the agenda. Annual presentation from Joe Henry, Hardenberg Insurance Group. Joe?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Sorry, I didn't mean to make light of the
I
situation.
don't, now, hey, you know what? All I got is dogs for you. That was a much better show.
And miniature horses.
And
Miniature.
somebody was paying attention the last time he saw me. I've been through this 40 times, just to let you know. So, just to let you know, Chief Ferguson is back on as your safety coordinator, so you're in good hands.
Welcome back.
You do well with your training and your quarterly safety meetings. As you well know, I've said before, you have to have a safety committee when you're a member of the JIF, and all's good there. So, once a year, you're supposed to have something on the agenda. I bring you something. This year, I am going to bring you service dogs and emotional support animals. It will be very quick. Before I go any further and stick my foot in my mouth, do we have any Yankees fans up there?
No.
Good, because there's a guy on the Wildwood Boardwalk, if you look at your picture, 2 violations. He's got a Yankees hat on, which I balanced with the kid with the Phillies hat on the bottom. But he also has a wolf. So he was...
That is a wolf.
He was taking his wolf for a walk on the Wildwood Boardwalk. Lots of people didn't know what to do, didn't know how to respond, police included. It caused a lot of conversation at the Atlantic JIF, which encumbers Cumberland County, so there are towns with boardwalks, so it came up, what do we do? So I'm going to tell you what a service animal is and what you can and can't do, and that will be that. So under the American Disability Act, the service animal is defined as a dog that has been individually trained to do work or perform tasks for an individual with a disability. There is a separate provision added which allows miniature horses. So you see there's a miniature horse, and it has a jacket on that says, "Do not touch service animal on duty." And if you've ever encountered service dogs, and the statute specifically says dogs with the provision for the horses, they're amazing animals. They're highly trained. Typically, they have a jacket on, and they will do exactly what their handler says to them. The work of tasks the animals perform must be directly related to that person's disability. Some of those tasks these dogs will perform, it's guiding a blind person, alerting a person who is deaf, they pull wheelchairs, they calm and protect people with PTSD, and one amazing thing that they do is these dogs can actually sense when their owner is going to have a seizure and somehow step in and help protect that person in the event of a fall. These dogs do have legal rights. Keep in mind the ADA, it's a very, very strong law. Service animal handlers are protected under the ADA. The law does enable people with disabilities the right to be accompanied by their service animal in public places. Service animals are allowed to be taken into a person's workplace. Facilities with no pet policies, they must adhere to that ADA law. And these animals are not considered pets under the law. They are considered medical equipment. There are a few exceptions, as noted on page 5, restricted areas such as sterile environments in a hospital for obvious reasons. They are allowed on public swimming pools, but not actually in the pool, but on the deck. And also at a boarding school where some kids may be allergic to dog dander, they do make arrangements for the dogs to be kept in separate areas. And at a zoo, believe it or not, you take a service dog or any type of animal, some animals will respond adversely, so typically it would be posted in the zoo not to take them there. So in identifying a service animal, and this is the key to all of it. There's only 2 things you may ask if someone has a service animal. Number 1, is a dog a service animal required because of a disability? And 2, what work or task has the dog been trained to perform? The following things you cannot ask someone with a service animal: the nature of the person's disability, for a demonstration of a task, for certification, licensing, or identification cards, because none exist. They get trained, they don't get certifications, they don't get ID cards, they are highly trained, and they will have that jacket on, and how and where the animal was trained. So if you keep in mind those 2 questions you ask, your goal. So the service animal handler's responsibilities: the animal must remain in the handler's control at all times. It must be housebroken, and the handler is responsible for any damages caused by the animal, which are very, very highly unlikely that that can happen. So the last page, I also decided to address emotional support animals. You can see there's a peacock here. People these days are claiming emotional support animals, lizards, snakes, all kinds of birds. They are not protected under the ADA. Those are simply something somebody has for their own support. We're not denying it, but they have to follow the laws. They do not have public access rights under the ADA. Protection is granted under the FHA, the Fair Housing Act, and an ESA letter would be required, and I'll touch on what an ESA letter is. It's written and signed by a licensed mental health professional that will state why the person has this particular animal, and as I said, it's only the FHA would allow a emotional support animal to be present. So on the last page, there's a couple of sources that I listed here. You can take a look if you're interested, but bottom line is those are questions that can be asked when it comes to a service animal. And if you do encounter a service animal, you will not have any issues with them whatsoever. That concludes this year's topic. Any questions related to it, please feel free to ask. Okay, well, thank you again.
Thank you, Joe.
Good to see you. Thank you.
You're the best. Approval of minutes, February 3rd, 2026, regular meeting minutes. Do we have a motion?
A motion.
Second.
Any discussion? Roll call?
Dr. Caldwell?
Yes.
Ms. Maddox Cantine?
Yes.
Mr. Carr?
Yes.
Ms. Mungo? Yes. Mayor Henry?
Yes.
Also let the record reflect that Ms. Mungo came in at 7:02.
Perfect. February 3rd, 2026, closed session minutes. Motion?
Motion?
Second.
Any discussion? Roll call?
Dr. Caldwell?
Yes.
Ms. Maddox Cantine?
Yes.
Mr. Carr?
Yes.
Ms. Mungo?
Yes.
Mayor Henry?
Yes.
5 yes, motion passes.
Reports, we have fire, EMS, police, public works, construction. We now open the meeting to public comments on agenda items only. Please remember to state your name and address for the record. With no comments to be made, we have a motion to close for public comment.
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
Ordinances, first reading, 2-2026, ordinance amending township ordinance number 9-2025, ordinance to fix the salaries, wages, and compensation of certain officials and employees of the township of West Hampton for the year 2025. Do we have a motion?
I make a motion for 2-26.
Second.
Any discussion? Roll call?
Dr. Caldwell?
Yes.
Ms. Maddox Cantine?
Yes.
Mr. Carr?
Yes.
Ms. Mungo?
Yes.
Mayor Henry?
Yes.
5 yes, motion passes.
3-2026, ordinance amending Chapter 250-15 of the West Hampton Township Zoning Code to permit self-storage facilities in the B1 zoning district and to rezone certain properties from the B1 business zoning district to the R6 residential district. Do we have a motion?
I make a motion for 3-2026.
Second?
Any discussion? Roll call?
Dr. Caldwell?
Yes.
Ms. Maddox Cantine?
Yes.
Mr. Carr?
Yes.
Ms. Mungo?
Yes.
Mayor Henry?
Yes.
5 yes, motion passes.
4-2026, ordinance of the Township of West Hampton, County of Burlington, State of New Jersey, amending the West Hampton Township zoning map to rezone properties identified as Block 803.08 and lots 37.37.01 and 40 from the commercial district to the R3 residential district, consistent with the fourth round housing element and fair share plan. I would ask for a motion to move this until after closed.
I make that motion.
Second?
Any discussion? Roll call.
Dr. Caldwell?
Yes.
Ms. Maddox Cantine?
Yes.
Mr. Carr?
Yes.
Ms. Mungo?
Yes.
Mayor Henry?
Yes.
5 yes, motion passes.
5-2026, ordinance of the Township of West Hampton, County of Burlington, State of New Jersey, amending West Hampton Township Code, Chapter 250, to create inclusionary, affordable housing zoning for certain properties as Block 804, Lot 7, consistent with the fourth round housing element and fair share plan. I would ask for a motion to table this until after we have our closed session. Do you have a motion?
So moved.
Second?
Any discussion? Roll call.
Dr. Caldwell?
Yes.
Ms. Maddox Canteen?
Yes.
Mr. Carr?
Yes.
Ms. Mungo?
Yes.
Mayor Henley?
Yes.
5 yes, motion passes.
6-2026 ordinance of the Township of West Hampton amending and supplementing West Hampton Township Code, Chapter 6, entitling zoning modification and additional requirements to comply with amendments to state regulations for the administration of affordable housing. Do you have a motion?
So moved.
And second?
Any discussion? Roll call.
Dr. Caldwell?
Yes.
Ms. Maddox Canteen?
Yes.
Mr. Carr?
Yes.
Ms. Mungo?
Yes.
Mayor Henley?
Yes.
5 yes, motion passes.
Resolutions 41-26, payment of vouchers. This resolution approves the payment of bills through 2/17/2026. Do you have a motion?
Motion Caldwell.
I second paying the bills.
Any discussion? Roll call.
Dr. Caldwell?
Yes.
Ms. Maddox Canteen?
Abstain?
Mr. Carr?
Yes.
Ms. Mungo?
Yes.
Mayor Henley?
Yes.
4 yes, motion passes.
42-26, resolution appointing Special Law Enforcement Officer 3, Jason Commits. Somebody got a problem with that? Nah.
Commit.
What did I say? Oh. A motion.
Motion Caldwell.
Second?
Any discussion?
I'm really proud that our police department's putting a Class 3 officer in the school.
Absolutely. It's something that I know residents have asked for a long time. Thank you, Chief. Roll call.
Dr. Caldwell?
Yes.
Ms. Maddox Canteen?
Yes.
Mr. Carr?
Yes.
Ms. Mungo?
Yes.
Mayor Henley?
Yes.
5 yes, motion passes.
43-26, resolution authorizing change order number 1 for the 2025 East 1 ladder fire truck. Motion?
Motion. Second.
Any discussion? Roll call.
Dr. Caldwell?
Yes.
Ms. Maddox Canteen?
Yes.
Mr. Carr?
Yes.
Mungo?
Yes.
Mayor Henley?
Yes.
5 yes, motion passes.
44-26, resolution awarding capital fund expenditure to Cherry Valley tractor sales. Do you have a motion?
Motion.
Second?
Any discussion? Roll call.
Dr. Caldwell?
Yes.
Ms. Maddox Canteen?
Yes.
Mr. Carr?
Yes.
Ms. Mungo?
Yes.
Mayor Henley?
Yes.
5 yes, motion passes.
Resolution approving shared service agreement with fire investigation services with East Hampton Township. Do you have a motion?
Motion. Second Caldwell.
Bless you.
Any discussion? Roll call.
Dr. Caldwell?
Yes.
Ms. Maddox Canteen?
Yes.
Mr. Carr?
Yes.
Ms. Mungo?
Yes.
Mayor Henley?
Yes.
5 yes, motion passes.
We'll now open the meeting for public comment. Please remember to state your name and address for the record.
Craig doesn't want me to say anything. Gary Barbera, 138 Winstead. I know I've said this before, but on the agenda when it comes to moments of silence, I know you try to be agnostic, but we all learned about Reverend Jesse Jackson passing away, and I thought it would
Yeah.
be really a great opportunity, especially celebrating Black History Month and what an
1,000%.
influential and important figure he was. So I don't think there would be anything wrong with you sort of invoking his name and it's sort of in that period of moment of silence. So maybe just kind of keep that in mind.
We've done that in the past. I missed that. That's my fault.
It's up to you. I mean,
No, I missed it. It's me.
yeah. Great job with the essays. So congratulations, well done. It's kind of funny. All the lawyers in the room were thinking, well, you're talking about Barack Obama. You didn't talk about he was president of the Harvard Law Review, that he was a professor of constitutional law. Yeah, none of that. What I heard in my head was they talked about his character and his struggles and his inspiration. And he also he was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize. Didn't hear that at all. So I don't know. I think his presence really means a lot of different things to a lot of people, and it was really great to hear the perspective from the young people. They all did a fantastic job, so well done in organizing that. I always look forward to hearing that. And then last time I was here, I was asking for some help from Public Works to see if they could give us a hand in our developments with the snow. I call them the snow pyramids. Well, I asked for aid, and they came through. They were in my development. I'm talking about it during budgeting to allocate funds to get that front loader. Let me tell you, that front loader, if I could put on a scale, that thing is worth its weight in gold. Because without that, there would be no way you could have done that work. So when people talk about taxes, I get it. Not everyone's thrilled with paying them. But that was an investment. And that really has paid off dramatically. So I hope people understand the spirit of why, you know, we do spend funds in this township, right? It really was for the residents. And they made it look easy using that front loader. I mean, I used to play with one as a little kid. It was pretty easy to do, but, you know,
One now.
no way could I figure that out. They made the roads wider, they made it safer for people. Like I said, they were pretty conscientious of people coming in and out. We had delivery trucks all the time, so it was really, really important, and they came through. So I want to say a big thank you to Public Works and all the guys that were doing it. So thanks, guys.
Thank you. Now closed for public comment. All in favor? Dates to remember, next Township Committee meeting is March 3rd at 7 p.m. Land Development Board meetings March 4th at 7 p.m. Historic Commission is February 25th at 7 p.m. Recreation Committee meetings March 11th at 7 p.m. Committee liaison reports and comments, please.
I just want to thank all the kids. Thank you, Dr. Caldwell, for setting that up with the school district. It's always a nice night. Historic Commission, we finally have a meeting. We have not had a meeting in quite some time, many months, but we do have one coming up with 2 applications, so that's all I have to report on our liaison. And thank you for your comments, as always.
Can go next. I just wanted to start by thanking everyone for coming out and supporting our students. They truly are the future. This is what lies ahead, and any chance that we can pour into them and listen and hear what's on their minds, I think it's great that we all can contribute that way. I also want to thank every student who participated, and their teachers and their principal and their superintendent. We had over 50 submissions. So it was really hard to pick. I want to pick all of them. That's just the kind of person that I am. But it was a really nice contest, and I really enjoyed being a part of it. Special thank you to Superintendent DiDonato. He always supports anytime I try to find ways to work together with the school, bring the students out so we can hear them. These are the children that are in our neighborhood, and so I just wanted to thank him for always working with me. Last but not least, the essays were so good, I had to call in reinforcements, and I called my mom. She's a scholar. She is the toughest judge that I know, and she helped me be able to sift through the essays, and she ultimately ended up picking the first place. So thank you, Mom. She was here, but she had to leave. And also thank you, Mr. Barberi, for the positive feedback. You always bring good insight to the meetings. I will say with the students, they had a 500-word limit. Still should have hit on some more points, but there's only so far that they could go. So, but still, thank you for your positive feedback. Thank you.
Good evening, and thank you to all that are in attendance. Thank you, and a very special shout-out to Dr. Caldwell. Once again, excellent job on the essay contest. We appreciate all of your tireless work. Superintendent DiDonato, West Hampton Middle School Principal Holloway, and our very special contestants and winners, Josiah, Arden, Zoe, and Bryson. You guys, you're the light that shines bright for all of us, and your inspiration will live on for generations to come. Thank you for your participation, and we expect great things from each and every one of you. Keep up the good work. I'd like to thank the fire, EMS, police, public works, and construction crews. Guys, thank you so much. And Gary, we appreciate you coming out and giving accolades to those guys who are out there with public works doing everything that they can to keep it safe. People complain about so many different things, but there's a time when we need to give people their flowers when their flowers are due, and we appreciate that. Thank you guys for the submission of your reports. That information is important to the fabric of this township, and we appreciate the work that you do each and every day. As far as committees are concerned, Recreation Committee did meet. Shout out to Todd and Rob. The meeting was held last Wednesday. We have a lot going on. Indoor soccer pizza party is this Saturday. Anyone interested? It's from 10:45 to 6 p.m. at Holly Hills, and we'll be serving hundreds of slices of pizza and soda to those soccer participants, so we're looking forward to that. We have youth basketball going on. Flag football for K through 9 is coming up in mid-April. Women's volleyball is ongoing. Also, there's Zumba on Saturdays from 9 to 10. Those are just some of the activities that we have going on. Burlington County Commissioners. Next meeting, that will be February 25th at 7 at the County Administration Courts facility. So we're looking forward to that. I'd like to end my section with just a quote as far as Black History Month is concerned. It says, "History has shown us that courage can be contagious and hope can take a life of its own." So I just wanted to kind of end with that, and that's a quote from Michelle Obama, the first African-American.
In those essays, so that's what I'm leaving it off with. And Dr. Caldwell, I'd just like to commend you on our committee's improved relationship with the school as well, since you've been handling that. So, thank you. Thank you. Sir?
I did. I was next. I said a lot. Sorry, you missed it. And I even said something about my liaison.
About me?
No.
Oh, great. So, well, I'm going to probably be a bit redundant. I think Ashley did a great job with the students. It started with, well, I can't say it started, but in my time with Judge Hines, Ashley has taken it, to another place, with the involvement and getting the students out here and what that relationship looks like. So, it's really about the passion that people have. Like, I know that's something that she's passionate about as far as getting students involved. And some of the things that I noticed was like, the parents coming in, the community coming, like they weren't all parents, right? Like community coming out to support the kids. And I saw the one dad as the kid was reading, he's kind of lipping with the kids reading. But what that does is it just shows the parents' involvement in something that's very important and the support of their kids, right? To make sure, made me think about when I did an essay or two. I'm not saying I didn't win anything, but if I had won, my parents probably would have been able to lip some of the things that I was saying as well. And, I won't let it go, won't let it be said. And I don't want to take away from her thunder, because Zoe did an excellent job, but, her mom was here proud of her as well, right? And then how hard does it have to be for your mom to be sitting up here in the big seat and you're down there reading, and how hard does she have to work to get where she was, right? And so just to be proud of her for what she's done, I think made us all proud as committee members. So thank you, Gail, for the support. You're pushing your daughter and making her, and well deserved for what she talked about, right? The problem is I make notes, but I can't understand my writing. What I was going to ask is, and Gary made a great point, like, I'd like to be able to right the wrong if we can't have a moment of silence for the passing of Jesse Jackson. Thank you. Executive session, resolution number 46-26, resolution authorizing the Township Committee and support staff to meet in private session, authorizing the exclusion of the public from this portion of the meeting, dealing with specific issues requiring non-public discussion, attorney-client privilege, personnel. Do you have a motion?
Motion.
Second.
Any discussion?
Mayor, just if I could add to that, it's also regarding attorney-client privilege pending litigation.
Pending litigation. Do we have a motion?
Motion. Caldwell.
Second.
Any discussion? Roll call.
Dr. Caldwell?
Yes.
Ms. Maddox Cantine?
Yes.
Mr. Park?
Yes.
Ms. Mungo?
Yes.
Mayor Henley?
Yes.
5 yeas, motion passes.
And just for the record, normally when the committee goes into
see
executive
here.
session, no business will be conducted after they return. In this instance, the two ordinances that were tabled at the end of the meeting, council will address those when they return to open session.
Do you want to just stay here?
No, we should go in the other room.
All right.
Have a good night.
No, I wanted to say something about Zoe because it's got to be something. She hasn't worked hard. 126 ordinance of the Township of West Hampton, County of Burlington, State of New Jersey, amending the.
You've
Oh.
been just.
He already read it.
We didn't close the meeting.
No.
What did he say?
So we have to do this.
You're looking for a motion and a second on ordinance 4-2026.
I'm looking for a motion and a second on ordinance 4-2026.
I make a motion on 4-2026 as amended.
I'll second.
Any discussion? Roll call.
Dr. Caldwell?
Yes.
Ms. Maddox Canteen?
Yes.
Mr. Carr?
Yes.
Ms. Mungo?
Yes.
Mayor Henry?
Yes.
5 yes, motion passes.
Relax. Bless you.
Bless you.
I'm looking for a motion, good looking now. I'm looking for a motion on 5-2026. I already got a guy next to me.
I make a motion on 5-2026 as amended.
Second, Caldwell.
Any discussion? Roll call.
Dr. Caldwell?
Yes.
Ms. Maddox Canteen?
Yes.
Mr. Carr?
Yes.
Ms. Mungo? Yes. Mayor Henry?
Yes.
5 yes, motion passes.
Now I can motion to adjourn the meeting.
So moved.
All in favor?
All right.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
No,